Welcome to the stage Rita Jo Lewis, Exim President and Chair of the Board of Directors, His Excellency Mr. Klaus Iohannis, President of Romania, Special Presidential Envoy for Climate John Kerry, Romanian Minister of Energy Virgil Popescu, and Assistant Secretary Jeffrey Pyatt of the U.S. Department of State. Chairman Lewis will kick off the events with brief remarks from the podium.
Today, it is Special President Envoy for Climate John Kerry, President Iohannis, and Secretary Blinken's team, Undersecretary Fernandez and Assistant Secretary Pyatt. Minister Popescu, so delighted to be able to be joined with you today. I'm proud to announce the issuance of 2 letters of interest by EximBank with regards to potential XM support of the Cernavodă nuclear power projects units 3 and 4, one for $50 million in financing and one for up to $3 billion in financing. The issuance of these letters of interest is an important step forward in the partnership between the United States and Romania to advance our global investment in clean energy, specifically civil nuclear energy. Before I invite my esteemed colleagues to speak, I want to note a couple of things. First, Exim is very excited to be on Finance Day. Since I began my tenure here at Exim 9 months ago, I have put climate finance at the forefront of Exim's agenda. Exim is completely committed to supporting the United States in helping to provide over $11.4 billion in climate finance per year. I'm proud to announce that in 2022, Exim provided more than $175 million in climate finance, which is significantly higher than previously authorized amounts. Second, Exim's history of global engagement is rooted in America's deep commitment to investing in a prosperous and peaceful Europe. In that vein, I'm proud that today's letters of interest signal not only Exim's commitment to advance President Biden's efforts to confront head-on the existential threat of climate change, but also Exim's commitment to invest in Romania's energy independence and sovereignty at a time when Russia continues to demonstrate its willingness to take its neighbors hostage through energy dependency. I'm grateful for the partnership of Minister Popescu and SNN Cosmin-Ghita and look forward to a strong working relationship over the next several years as this project comes to fruition. I now welcome Romania's President Iohannis, to speak. Thank you, President Iohannis.
Thank you very much. This is glad to be here on the scene together with US President and all of you. We are living in times with the most the tax crisis is the energy crisis. Always available, gas, and energy, unfortunately, is quite expensive. This is what we want to solve through the step we make today. Energy security is what we need, but energy security is possible only with energy availability. And we in Romania have one more ambition, and this is very important. We want to be in Romania for Romanians, for businesses in Romania. Our strategy in Romania to achieve this goal renewables and electricity production special envoy and build and deploy an important step. Not only for Romania, but for the entire region, because this is a new approach in assuring that we have enough energy, in proving that we are energy independent, and in showing that we know how to achieve the green transition, because renewable and nuclear together will make it possible to move away from fossil fuel. So, congratulations for this very important step, and I hope that not before long these two letters of intent for the planning and for a significant part of the financing to build these new units will lead to action, to really build these units and have the electricity, the power available. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, it's really a delight to be here with you. Thank you so much for your leadership and what you've been doing. Chair Lewis, thank you for everything ExIM is doing, my colleagues in the State Department, administration writ large. Thank you for helping to pull the pieces of this together. It's an example of a terrific amount of coordination over a fairly long period of time. And I just want to emphasize what is happening here, if I may. The science could not be more clear. The IPCC tells us we have X number of years within which we can make decisions that will avoid the worst consequences of the climate crisis. We're behind. We're not getting it done fully. Lots of exciting things are happening, and this is one of them. But everybody needs to understand we need to pick up the pace if we're going to avoid the worst consequences of the crisis. That's not John Kerry speaking or President Biden speaking. That is the best scientists in the world who've been working for years, warning us again and again. So we have to accelerate. Even if we think we're doing it quickly, we have to speed it up. We have to find ways, because currently, despite Glasgow, we are on a course to hit 2.5 to 3.5 degrees. And so the urgency of reducing that and achieving what the IEA told us we can achieve in Glasgow could not be more important. That's why this is important. The strategic partnership that we have with Romania to refurbish and expand the Cernavodă plant is really critical, and particularly when you look at what's happening in Europe today with energy being weaponized by Putin and prices very high because supply is difficult. So we have to deal with the supply and demand. Now, I have believed for the last years, we can't do that. I am now convinced that we have new designs, and we know what we're doing sufficiently that we have a viable alternative in nuclear to be able to get no emissions energy in places that are just completely without energy in any other way. This is one of the ways in which we can achieve net zero. I think the science and the people who do the math will tell you, we don't get to net zero by 2050 without nuclear power being part of that mix. We just don't do it. So we need to push SMR with fusion. We don't know. But in the meantime, we have to keep our economies moving. We have to heat our homes. We have to provide water. We have to provide security of energy for people in the world. And the global clean energy transition requires a full measure of clean energy deployment. So we appreciate Romania's leadership on this front. And we're pleased to see that both large and small reactors are going to play an important role in Romania's future energy mix. And this project is going to double Cernavodă's generation capacity, and it will help reduce emissions as a result of the power that it's going to put out. And it will be reducing more emissions than it is able to reduce today. So that's a plus. So we're very honored to be partners with Romania in this project. We look forward to advancing it. I was talking with the minister about how and whether there are ways to try to accelerate, because all over the world, we need to accelerate the pace at which we are reducing emissions. So this is just one more step in a whole series of steps which together will help us meet this crisis. So thank you very much, Mr. President, for Romania's leadership and yours. We look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Chairwoman Lewis will now hand off 2 letters of interest to the Minister of Energy, Virgil Popescu. And now, for some brief remarks from the podium, Minister Popescu.
President Iohannis, Special Envoy Kerry, Chairman Lewis, dear Jeff. So I am very honored here to be present and to receive these 2 letters. It's a big step towards Romanian independence in the energetic fields, and I am sure that after that, the new steps that we will do it together will increase the speed and will finalize in time our nuclear program. We are committed to do our nuclear program. We are committed in the field of nuclear. Romania is a pro-nuclear country, and I thank you very much, President Iohannis, for his strong support on the nuclear Romanian program, and Prime Minister Ciucă for the same support in this field. And I am sure that in time Romania will reach energy independence, and it will be a country that will secure the security of supply energy of the region and of course of our brother from Republic of Moldova. Thank you very much once again, and let's go to work together because we have a lot to do. Thank you.
And thank you to all of our speakers. Another round of applause for our speakers on stage.